represent the values of the Veteran Radio Syndicate. If you get offended by anything you hear on this show, please feel free to go fuck yourself. We thank you for listening.
Well, apparently that was a shortened gerbil telling you to go fuck yourself, because I didn't hear but maybe 10 seconds of it. Anyway, hey everybody, welcome to Threatcon 5 Radio here on the Threatcon 5 Radio Facebook page, as well as the Threatcon 5 Clothing Facebook page, the Veteran Radio Syndicate Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and many other channels and Facebook pages that I'm sure this great show will be shared to tonight. I am your host, Bulldog, joined as always by my co-host and friend, Judy.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. Monday.
Right, the 18th of March, 2019.
Also known
as Taco Tuesday Eve, and the day after half the country thought that they were Irish. Hey, don't worry about it. In like 2 months, you have a chance to be freaking Mexican, too.
Yeah, so you can, for now, you can go back to being your normal whiteness.
Yeah, go back to being your normal whiteness or blackness or brownish or whatever color you are. Go back to being that, because you're not Irish anymore. It is what it is. Whatever. You know, truth be told, if anybody actually celebrated St. Patrick's Day for what it's supposed to be, there'd be a lot of really upset people.
Yeah, you'd go to church.
I ain't going to church. Anyway, so we are brought to you by the good folks over at Beard BQ Sauce. Please go to beardbqsauce.com and get yourself some new Beard BQ rub. You can get yourself some...
you said rub.
I did say rub. And it's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Okay, yep, go get yourself some barbecue sauce or some barbecue rub. You know, every drop of love that's put into those bottles is evident when you open it up. Yeah, well, if I started selling it, it'd be every drop of love. But also, we're brought to you by the good people over at Venomous Firearms. If you go to the Threatcon 5 radio page and you scroll down just a little bit, you see a contest where they are giving away a brand new FN 9mm. All you have to do is buy a $10 decal to enter. The more $10 decals you buy, the more your chances increase of winning that brand new 9mm. Or you can just go to venomousfirearms.com and buy yourself some amazing Taste of Freedom coffee or American Badass coffee. Those are the two that I have most frequently enjoyed. And trust me, I drank some of that Taste of Freedom over the weekend over last week when it came in the mail, and I swear to God, I could have taken on the Taliban, the ISIS, Al Qaeda. I could have taken them all on by myself and probably defeated them. I was wired.
Outstanding.
Yes, it was fucking incredible, and I was just yes. All right. So that's that. Now, before we get into the blind sponsor of the show, there's something I want to share with you. Guys, I sat down for a little over an hour and participated in this webinar, okay? And I learned some things about how Facebook's new algorithm is going to work and how Facebook is going to push material and how you're going to be able to see material and all this and that. And it's important that all of you that like this show, I know you like it, you wouldn't be here every week, needs to go up to that little like button, okay? And you need to give it a heart. Give it a little heart. One of these little hearts. Okay? Give it a heart.
A little lovey love.
Because Facebook doesn't care about your little like. They care more about you laughing. They care more about you loving it. They care more about your reactions than they do the little like. Because the like
they care about the love.
The like is just generic to them, and they don't really care. Now, we also would like to see you share the show amongst your friends, and you could share them and tell them, hey, listen, I'm not saying you're necessarily going to like Bulldog and Judy. They're not, you know...
We're not everybody's cup of tea.
We're not everybody's cup of tea, but, you know, you might find that if you give them a listen, even just 25 to 30 seconds, if you hear something that they're talking about and you want to give them a little bit longer of a chance, then by all means do so. But share the show, tell your friends to give us at least a 25-second watch, and if they like you know, we'll be able to, you know, spread our love a little bit further amongst the Facebook world, because that is what it's all about. So I need you all to help us, help you, make our show better, make our show bigger.
You still there?
Yeah, I am. I just got a message. I got to let somebody know I'm on air. I am on air. Should know that, because that's my whatever. Anyway,
7 o'clock every Monday night for how many years now?
Like 3.5 or so. All right. So anyway, so that is that. Okay, Facebook is going to be changing their algorithms.
Again.
But listen, okay, so look there's a lot of things out there that go on in the world. If you remember when everybody was jumping on the MySpace train, right? Do you know what MySpace was originally supposed to be, Judy?
No.
Okay, MySpace was originally supposed to be social networking for bands. It was supposed to be a way for bands
to
get their music out there, and you know what? More people found out about it. They joined it. They you know, ended up taking away from what its original intent was. Well, Facebook's original intent wasn't supposed to be what it is now. Okay?
No.
Facebook's original intent was supposed to be to help small businesses network. All right? So they're going to kind of try to get back to that. And I think it's a great thing. Some of it is still going to be too hard to overcome, because you know, the money issue isn't what it is. You know, if you don't have it to throw at them, they're not going to be able to. They're going to help you, because unfortunately, money is the root of all evils. But that is what it is. Okay, so please, you know, get it out there, share it with your friends, tell them to give it a watch, even if it's only for, like I said, 25, 30 minutes, and seconds. But 25 or 30 minutes would be better. But anyway.
Yes, definitely.
So do that. Okay, now, Threatcon 5 clothing. If you guys have not heard, effective the 30th of March this month, okay, in Texas Motor Speedway, the number 74 Mike Harmon racing team will be on the track, and Threatcon 5 clothing will be represented on the side of the vehicle.
You better represent.
Fucking A. All right, so we're going to be doing our thing on the nationwide Xfinity circuit, and we hope that you guys will tune in and give Mike Harmon Racing a little bit of love. All right, what else? What else? Okay, so Threatcon 5
So did you
clothing.
celebrate St. Patrick's Day at all?
No. I watched Walking Dead. That was it. I didn't do anything too exciting, because I started a diet today. You know, me and Kendra have been away from the gym for a little while, so I'm starting to take on a shape,
round. Yeah,
round shape. Yep.
I'm right there with you.
So I think Dean was the first one to notice my piercing. He said, "I'm so badass, I've got chrome-colored boogers." Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. Now, Threatcon 5 clothing. Threatcon 5 clothing has got literally something on the site for just about everybody. You want women's tees? They're on there. You want women's V-necks? They're on there.
You don't want women to tease.
Listen, shut up.
Oh, my bad.
All right. You want leggings? They are on there. You want branch-related T-shirts? They're on there. Okay. Everything you could possibly look for is represented on the Threatcon 5 clothing page. There's stuff that's been on there for a little while because people aren't buying it as quickly as I would have liked. But, you know, if you can get out there, pick up a Threatcon 5 clothing shirt, you know, you'll know that just like our the shirt we're doing right now for All Vets Advocate, you know, money will go to help veterans in need. All right. It's very important that my mission continues.
Bulldog's a veteran, and he's in need. No, I'm kidding.
Yep. I am a veteran, and I am in need. Actually, you know what? Come to tell you. All right, Cindy Cerny, I will get to it, okay? Damn it.
Mickey Saverson. Threatcon 5 yoga pants. Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah. And they're there, okay? They are there. All right. So anyway, getting back to that. So go on to threatcon5clothing.com and order yourself something up. It would greatly help the veteran community. Now, here's something else. All right. I want you all to really start paying attention to some of the things that are going on in the community. There are some people out there that have a really sick understanding as to what helping veterans is all about. All right, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that, Judy. We're not, okay? What we are instead going to talk about is the positives, okay? I want you to start paying attention to things that are going around like Companion Ranch, okay? I want you to check that out. I want you to check out All Vets Advocate. I want you to check out the different small organizations out there, like We Got Your Six, Whoobies, you know, different things like that, okay? Check these people out. They are great, small, veteran-owned and operated businesses that are doing great and wonderful things in our community and are trying very hard day in and day out to make a difference. And you know what? That's how people get ahead, by getting people to help them out, okay? So that's where we're going to end that. Now, Judy, I got to tell you about my week.
Uh-oh.
I've got to tell you about my week. So, as I told you, I was refinancing my home.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm refinancing my home, and the reason I'm doing it is because me and Kendra are starting looking towards the future, and what we want to do is we want to be able to, you know, get ourselves debt free so that we can go ahead and, you know, push forward with the idea that, you know, we can go do the traveling nurse thing and whatever, not have to worry about too much back
Absolutely.
here. Okay, so I refinanced the house. I took a cash out option. I paid off my motorcycle. I paid off my Home Depot account. I paid off my Capital One account. I paid off my Jared account. Yes, for the ring that I just bought. Hey, you know what? It's still my money, so whatever. Okay? But one of the places I paid off has been a fucking bunch of bitches.
Uh-oh.
Every 2 days, I get a phone call from Preferred Credit. Preferred Credit, the people who finance the Kirby vacuum cleaner. They call me every 2 fucking days. You know how much my payment was on 1 March?
$12?
$16.44. You are past due, $16.42. I'm like, yeah. And I called you.
Thank you, Sherry.
I called you before the 1st and told you I was refinancing, taking a cash out, and I was paying you off. Yeah. Well, you haven't made that payment yet. Now you're past due. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
You're like, do the ends connect at all anywhere up there?
No, but so I also paid off my TD Bank credit card, which was the credit card I used when I initially opened Threatcon 5 clothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the fucked up thing. All right, I spent like $12,000 on that credit card, so I paid that off. These fuckers, I called them today. I mean, I called them like right around the time that the payment was due, and I'm like, listen, I'm paying off the balance, so I'm not going to be making the payment. You know what they say to me? Well, you're just going to have to pay a late fee because there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh my God, thanks.
Saturday, I get a letter in the mail from them. Do you know that you have not paid your credit card bill? If you need help in paying this, please contact us. I was like, you motherfuckers, I did contact you. I told you I was paying the whole thing off. This, you know, finance companies are completely ridiculous. You know, you have a perfect payment history. Perfect. Never been late. Never did anything, you know. I contact Jared. They were cool as hell. They're like, oh, all right, so you're giving us a promise to pay. We'll send that out till the end of the month, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Call up Home Depot, same thing. They're like, yep, just pay attention because we don't give the late charge. If the payment's not posted by this certain time, you'll get a late charge, but just call us up. We'll take the late charge off. I'm like, all right,
nice.
Cool, right?
That makes sense.
So everybody is being cool about it, except Preferred Credit Card. I want to stick a fucking Kirby up one of their asses and turn it on. Seriously.
Oh,
so that has been my week in a nutshell. Okay, that's all I've dealt with for this past week. And I get mad, especially when I talked to somebody 2 days ago and now they're calling me again, and I go, "Excuse me? Did the person that I talked to 2 days ago not annotate in the account that oh, yeah, well, it's annotated here. Then why are you calling me?" I said, this is harassment.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
and I'm telling you right now, there's certain people you don't want to harass, and I think veterans are one of them.
so I'm having issues with my water company similar to that. Do you remember several months ago? Actually, it was just before my surgery. I had a big water leak.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it was over 2 bills. Of course. So I am still fighting with the insurance company to cover the second bill. Meanwhile, it's several months late.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the water company doesn't fucking care, right?
Right.
I had to pay the bill. Otherwise, I was going to have no water because it was that late.
Yeah, well, hold on. Don't you rent?
Yes.
They don't pay you water?
No.
Oh, wow, that's fucked.
So I've never had a rental where water was paid. So, yeah, it's fucking aggravating because you know what? All they want is their money. They don't give a shit about your fucking sob story.
Oh, yeah.
And it's annoying because they have the fucking claim number from the insurance company. They have it on record that they have sent over my entire payment history and my account history from their end to the claims adjuster. But guess who had to pay the bill?
Yeah, that's fucked up. So Frank Urban
Yeah.
celebrated a birthday this weekend, and he celebrated last night by rubbing one out in the shower and calling himself a dirty whore.
That's fantastic.
Thanks for sharing that, Frank Urban. Anyway, so moving right along. Next thing, Judy. we had a very very crazy last week. There was a mass shooting in New Zealand, and you know, I'm gonna tell you all right now, if you don't like what I'm about to say, feel free to leave. No one deserves to die in which the way those people were killed.
Oh my God, the hate that is out there over this, it's disgusting.
It's absolutely unwarranted. It's
Absolutely.
It's not needed, you know, but there's that, but check out the other thing. I actually did a live feed, and you know, a lot of people were surprised because I haven't done a live feed in a long time, but I had to speak on this. So there's a shooting in New Zealand, and now the mayor of New York City, the mayor of some other freaking city thinks that they need to rally around Muslims to let them know they're safe. Please explain to me how rallying around Muslims here in the United States and telling them they're safe is not starting hate. The issue did not occur here in the United States. Of course they're safe.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, just look at the fallout from this worldwide.
I get it, but the quickest way to cause panic, the quickest way to cause problems is to create problems by making something out of something it is not. There is no reason to get people here in the United States all up in arms over something that happened in another country. And, you know, as we get to our douche of the week, you know, we're going to talk more about this. But you've got people that are straight up blaming the President of the United States for a shooting in New Zealand. You've got to be fucking kidding me. This guy had a manifesto. He made it very clear what his intent was.
Yeah, 30 minutes before he started, he sent that to several media sources, the Prime Minister, and I can't remember who else, but you know, people that would take notice of this very, very quickly.
Right. It's absolutely unbelievable. You know, no one deserves to die in such a manner. But I do want to say this. Have you seen any of the images? I don't want to get into the conspiracy theory of us throwing aluminum foil over our heads, but I would really like to know, where is all the blood? And where are all the gunshot holes in the walls? Because that guy did not go in there and aim at his targets. He basically just went in and let it go. He let it fly. They have a close-up image of a bunch of the bodies, no blood. No holes in the walls. You know, you wonder why it is that people throw out these conspiracy theories, and you hear about, you know, whether or not Sandy Hook actually happened, whether or not, you know, this shooting actually happened, because of things like this, where things look staged, things look like, you know, how is it that one guy in 2 mosques was carrying, but nobody else was? You know, I mean, I like I said, I don't want to belittle the story. I certainly don't. I don't want to make, you know, it into a conspiracy theory. I don't want to take away from the innocent lives that were lost. But, you know, it's just, there's just way too much shit that, you know, goes on. And, you know, Mickey Severson just said it. You know, the dude was certifiable. The guy was fucking crazy. Okay? He documented the entire thing via Facebook Live by having a camera attached to his helmet. He had no idea what the fuck he was doing. Okay, and it was evident.
No, he might as well yelled Leroy Jenkins before he ran into the first mosque. Right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you know, here we are here in the United States, and people want to rush to look at what jackass was it that said Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Save your thoughts and prayers, National Rifle Association. How is it the National Rifle Association's issue? Last time I checked, it's called the National Rifle Association.
Not the New Zealand.
Not the fucking World Rifle Association. You know, this is, you know, what more do you expect from a woman that just questioned somebody under oath at the fucking Capitol, at the state capitol, and created a scenario that never has happened? So when this pipeline leaks, why should you not be responsible? That pipeline's not even fucking built yet, you fucking half a ding-dong.
Yeah. So Glenn Estes brought up a good point, and actually I wanted to mention this as well. So we all know the asshole game or the circle game, whatever you want to call it, wherever you make this symbol, but of course it has to be below your waist, right? For it to count, and then you get to punch somebody if they look at it.
Yep, that's a white power.
It is now, because the media said so, when they brought this guy to be charged over the weekend on Saturday, he was handcuffed in the front, and he was holding his right hand like this, and his hands were actually at his waist.
Right.
And he's holding that symbol, and all of the media that took a picture of that or posted a picture of that called it a white supremacy symbol.
Isn't it awful?
All of us veterans who have ever played this game with each other, or, I mean, I posted a picture today of it. It's fucking funny. It's not white supremacy.
No, it's certainly not.
Just fucking getting carried away with ourselves on this, you know. I mean, pretty soon you're not going to be allowed to do anything, to say anything, no hand signals. You know, freaking deaf people aren't going to be allowed to talk in public anymore.
All of it's completely ridiculous. You know, people are being chastised for their First Amendment rights. They you know, there is undoubtedly a freaking double standard. You know, you have individuals like Judge Jaheen Pirro losing her job because she made comments about Ilhan Omar, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yes.
You have,
you know what,
Tucker Carlson.
I didn't disagree with what she said or how she said it.
I don't disagree with what she said either. You know,
it's not like she was accusing her of anything, and it wasn't inappropriate in the way it was said either. But now she's doesn't have a job.
Yeah,
because she said what we're all thinking.
You know, the individuals like Beto O'Rourke who can get arrested and charged with DUI and all these things, and the Democrats look the other way and say, not a big deal. Here's a guy that's going to be is going to be able to run for president, but you know, Brett Kavanaugh was chastised for something he did 30 years ago and was never charged.
Yeah.
It's just, there is definitely a double standard. I want to share something, but I have to look it up first.
Okay.
I read it. I read the other day. As of where is the date on this? March 15th. Okay, so this is a real story. When I saw the breaking news, I was very surprised and I was very happy at the same time. But if you have not heard, the Minnesota Democratic leaders, the Democrat leaders, excuse me, are considering a primary challenge against Representative Ilhan Omar. What does that mean? It means, according to them, she's crossed the line. She is only 2 months into her term in Congress, but the Minnesota Democrats are already looking to replace her. The freshman congresswoman has already made a splash with her controversial comments about Israel, leading the House to pass an anti-hate resolution.
Yes, I remember that.
The leaders among the Minnesota Democrats have since revealed that there have been discussions about finding someone who could challenge her in the 2020 primary when she will be up for re-election. But there's definitely some buzz going around that they may, in fact, find a way to have her unseated before then. You know, hey, there's repercussions for the things that you say. You know, here is a woman who believes wholeheartedly that she has to answer to nobody. You know,
yeah.
And that's not right. You know, there's way too many of them, whether it's Rashid Tlaib or however the hell you say her name, whether it's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, whether it's Cory Booker, whether it's Ilhan Omar. They all believe that they stand on this pedestal and they have the right to say and do.
Some of them do have that right because they keep getting reelected.
But it doesn't matter. They don't.
It's like not punishing a child for acting like a fucking moron. If they keep getting reelected, they can run their mouths recklessly all they want to. They can post stupid shit on their Twitter accounts, like sitting, you know, you're bitching from the cheap seats. I mean,
you know what though? They can't. But they can't, Judy, and that's the problem in this country right now, okay? We have issues in which people are allowing them to do these things because they're not willing to call them on their bullshit. These elected politicians are not supposed to be there running their mouths and doing what they want. They're supposed to be the voice for and by the people.
Yes, I totally agree.
Look at Washington State just passed, okay, their legislation that if President Trump does not release his tax returns, he will not be on the 2020 ballot.
Okay. 5
states have already passed that they believe that they will go by the popular vote. If candidate A wins the popular vote, that is who will get the electoral vote. Not who won the state, who won the popular vote for the country. They're going against the Constitution, and nobody is calling them on it. You got Nancy Pelosi, who wants to freaking push to let 16-year-olds vote in elections. 16-year-olds cannot even fucking drink alcohol, buy cigarettes, or some of them can't even operate a vehicle yet. But we're going to let them vote for the future of our country? You've got to be fucking kidding me. When in the history of this country would you ever believe that there'd be a headline that says, Democrats vote to allow illegal aliens to render decisions for our voting? It's not right.
Nope.
You know, but I'm going to tell you this. You know, I don't know how many of you all feel the same way I do, but I'm telling you 2020 is going to be laughable. Okay? Because, look it, the Democrats have, with their actions on the anti-Semitic comments, all right, the anti-Semitism, the Jewish Americans have lost faith in the Democrat Party. They're going to sway their votes to the Republican. Okay? The black population is starting to listen to people like Candace Owens. They're starting to listen and understand that, you know, the Democrats don't care about them. 2020 is going to be fucking disgusting. It's going to be laughable that a party loses as badly as they did. And you know what? We thought it was going to happen at the midterm elections. But things were not as ridiculous as they are right now. You know, we had a 2-year investigation into quote-unquote Russian collusion. They were all about, you know, we can't have Russians interfering with our elections, but we'll damn sure let Mexicans and Ecuadorians and Venezuelans and all these other illegal aliens here, we'll let them vote. I mean, come on. It's like the double standard is completely ridiculous and just I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's the, this is
Richard
not the
Raugust brought up a good point. He says we need officers with impeccable records to step up. Here's the thing. If you look back just in the last couple of years at how we picked apart this country's leadership and politicians in the public eye, in the media, that's why people don't want to run. You know, somebody may have a perfect record, but they've got. I did blackface when I was in college, 150 years ago, and back when that was considered acceptable behavior, and they're going to get crucified for shit that they did that was acceptable behavior 30 plus years ago. And that will stop a lot of people from running because, you know what, Bulldog, we've all done stupid shit in the past. Can you remember all of it? No.
And I really don't care because I'm here to tell you that I've been putting a lot of thought and consideration into it, and I am right now probably about 85% sure that I am going to run to contest Annie Custer in 2020 here in New Hampshire. I know that I'll have to beat the other Republicans in the primaries, but to me, I look at them and I say, in 2018 you ran a shit campaign. You need not to run again. Some of these others that ran just I don't know. I think that
Allie Lovensheimer says Lil John 2020. Yeah.
We do. We need more veterans.
Okay.
We need more veterans to step up. More people with the mentalities of Dan Crenshaw. More people that have an understanding as to what our country is supposed to be and what the Constitution means, and someone that has stood up and put in their time. I'm a 22-year retired Army Sergeant First Class. I wasn't an officer. Granted, I didn't have that. I had one deployment. But you know what? I understand the Constitution. I understand how things are supposed to be. I understand that listening to the people and doing what the people want is the most important thing. And that's what it's supposed to be about. So, I'm getting there. I'm seriously contemplating, just saying fuck it and go. And you know what? I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to shave my beard. I'm not going to cover my tats. It's, you're going to vote for an individual based on who they are and what they represent, not what they look like, because, there's enough fucking clowns out there like Beto O'Rourke and Spartacus and fucking, all the ones that have entered into the Democrat Party race that seriously are just completely freaking asinine, and I wouldn't follow them into a war with a paper bag.
I don't really care for Beto, but he is on the campaign trail. He announced last Thursday that he was going to make a run for president. And on the campaign trail, he kind of made a casual joke about talking to his wife while she was home raising their children about how he helps out, basically alluding to the fact that he's a semi-part-time dad.
Yep.
And the media has lost their fucking minds over his comments. And they're fucking crucifying him for that. And you know what? It's the fucking truth, whether we like it or not. When women have babies, they leave the workforce and they stay home and raise the kids while the guy goes off to work happily every day. It's the fucking truth, and he didn't say it like, haha, she's stuck at home with my kids, get in the kitchen where you belong, bitch, go make me a sandwich. He didn't say anything like that. It was said in jest. It was a very casual comment. And it was, I didn't see it as degrading it as at all towards her, but the media's losing he had to come out over the weekend and apologize because his comments were, insensitive to women who raise children, who stay home and raise children. He pointed out the truth and people lost their minds. It's asinine.
Okay. Are you a Marvel fan?
Nah.
Okay.
Yes and no.
You know The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Okay. You know that Michonne's character, Dinah, fuck. I can't think of her real name.
I wouldn't know it.
Her real name is Denai Gura or something like that. I can't pronounce it right, but hey, just like anybody else here on the show, I'll say it any fucking way I want. Okay, Denai Gura. She's also in the Black Panther movies, and she's been in the Avengers movies. Okay, when they cut the freaking movie poster, she's on the poster, but her name is not listed on top as one of the headliners for the movie. People lost their fucking minds to the point where Marvel had to re-release the freaking poster because her name was not across the top. I mean, that's how unpolitically correct we are in this or how politically correct we are, I should say. That we can't do anything that could be perceived as potentially doing harm to somebody, even if it's just something that minor. You know, does she deserve to be there? Absolutely. She's a main character. You know, she's done great and wonderful things as a character in the show. I mean, in the movies. So yeah, she deserves it. But is it that big a fucking deal? You know, I mean, it's really not, but people make bigger deals out of it, and
right.
We got to stop. We have to stop with this bullshit. It's really not that fucking important, but we continue to push. We continue to push an issue in this country that's just not important. You know, it is what it is. So, all right, let's move on.
Moving right along.
Let's move on to our douche of the week.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to go first this week, or do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, because I got to get mine loaded up really quick. My messenger's being retarded.
Okay, dokie then. My douche of the week is this man right here. One director of CARE. You know who this is?
I can't see the image right now.
Oh, you can't, can you?
Nope.
Oh, really? Well, you suck. No, I'm just
I can see us, and we look amazing.
Do we look amazing?
Yeah, of course we do.
All right. So the CARE director, Nihad Awad, which is the executive director of CARE, he spoke after the attacks in New Zealand, and his words were completely horrible.
Oh, God.
We get people that criticize every damn thing that President Trump says. Okay? Everything. I'm going to read what good old Nihad Mwewad, Toilet Paper Wad, I don't know what the fuck his name is, on Friday.
Oh, my God. Michael Peake says my Pornhub is blocking it.
On Friday, a crazy shooter, as we know, attacked 2 mosques in Christchurch and murdered 49 people, injuring many others. Dozens were injured in the mass shooting as well. Witnesses described a man in a military uniform who was responsible for the shooting. He has since been arrested, as well as the people who were involved with him. Okay, Nihad Wadhad, or what the fuck ever this guy's name is, goes on in his speech and says that this is the fault of the President of the United States.
Oh, is he the guy who started this bullshit?
Your words matter. Your policies matter. You should condemn this not only as a hate crime, but as a white supremacist terrorist attack. The things that he has gone on to say is that his words have created this hate for the Muslims and for Islam, okay? Giving it legitimacy. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay? First of all, attacks in San Bernardino, attacks in Orlando is what gave it legitimacy. Not what the president says, because words don't hurt. A Muslim shooter killing 50 people in an Orlando gay nightclub, that hurts. I didn't see CARE jumping out and condemning the actions of that Muslim. Okay? I didn't see the media, I did not see the media make a fuss when 30 Christians were killed in Northern Africa for being Christians. I didn't see the media cause an issue for the Christians that were killed over the weekend. Okay? 18 years ago, on September 11th, Muslims, following the word of Allah and Islam, crashed planes into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, and that may have been what caused hate towards Muslims in Islam. It wasn't the words of President Donald J. Trump, okay? Because everything that he has done has been for the betterment of the country. And CARE operates out of Florida. They are, quote-unquote, citizens of the United States of America. And if they can't get behind the American dream, if they can't get behind the American values, then perhaps they need to take their fucking turbans or, you know, their fucking man robes or whatever and take their asses back across the fucking river. the fucking lake, the pond, whatever, okay? Because I'm telling you right now that if you leave your shithole of a fucking country to come to the United States and attempt to make a better life for yourself, and you decide somewhere along the line that you want to try to incorporate your religion, your religious beliefs, your religious ways of doing things, your Sharia law in this country, well, you've got another thing coming. Because there are 20,000, I'm sorry. There are 20 million United States military veterans who will damn sure hold the line and prevent you from trying to carry out your Sharia law. Because what it comes down to is if you want to call an individual in New Zealand a white supremacist, then that's your right to do so. The president not doing so is his right to do so. All right? We got to stop with the bullshit, throwing stuff out there that just isn't fucking factual. All right? New Zealand. People in New Zealand. I'm going to get away from him. I'm going to take him off the screen. People in New Zealand are blaming Chelsea Clinton.
What the fuck? How? How are we connecting this?
Why? You don't watch the news, do you?
Sorry. Yeah, I have watched the news, but it's not like I can sit there and wait for every ridiculous thing that flashes across the screen.
Okay, let me tell you. All right. She has been blamed for the New Zealand massacre, and she was during the New York University Vigil for mass shooting victims. A group of New York University students confronted Chelsea Clinton at a vigil to honor the victims gunned down at the New Zealand mosques, accusing her of stoking the anti-Muslim massacre. Video Friday Night Clash shows that Clinton, pregnant with her third child, quietly listening while heated students allege her recent commentary contributed to the hatred of Muslims. This right here is a result of a massacre stoked by people like you and the words that you put out into the world, she was told. All I want you to know is that I want you to feel that deep down inside, 49 people died because of the rhetoric you put out there. I'm so sorry you feel that way, Clinton replied. Certainly it was never my intention. I do believe words matter. I believe we have to show solidarity. Another student angrily chimed in, what does I'm sorry you feel that way mean? What does it mean? Authorities in New Zealand said 49 people were killed. Clinton last month joined Democrats and Republicans in criticizing language used by Representative Ilhan Omar about pro-Israel lobby, which some condemn as anti-Semitic. Freshman, we all know the story, okay? Clinton went on and tweeted, we should expect all elected officials, regardless of party, and all public figures to not traffic in anti-Semitism, Clinton tweeted at the time. And she's gone on to say some other things. But you know what it's stemming from, Judy? If you remember, September 11th, 2012. The attacks in Benghazi. Why did they occur? They occurred because there was a video that was released. There was talk from our Secretary of State at the time, and it was disgusting, and it led to the deaths of 4 Americans because the Clintons don't know how to shut the fuck up. Okay? So I think it all falls in line. The Clintons are being targeted, and rightfully so. They've done some evil things, and their time is coming. So that is that. You can put that one in your pipe and smoke it.
And smoke it.
And smoke it. All right, now it's time for Judy's. You know what I forgot to do, Judy? Damn it.
The announcement video, the
Threatcon
opening
Radio.
video for Douche of the Week.
Douche of the week.
Yep. Well, I did it now, so there you go.
Yay.
Judy's Douche of the Week is now on the screen.
So I would like to introduce you to Anthony Camillo. The reason you've never heard of this peon before is because he was a peon until he made the biggest bonehead mistake that any criminal has ever made, including all the ones that we have featured on this show. So I don't know if you guys heard last week, one of the higher-ups in the Gambino mob, the family,
Okay.
was gunned down, and there was a good chance that it was the police are saying that they don't believe that it was crime, mob related. The gentleman who was killed was Francisco Cali, goes by Frank. The killing is not mob related. Anthony Camillo is the gentleman who murdered him. He will be charged with murder formally when he's extradited from New Jersey to the borough of Staten Island, where the killing happened. And the reason he's my douche of the week is because if he thought going to jail was going to keep him safe from the Gambino family after gunning down one of its big guys, wow, he just picked the wrong target. How long do you think this guy's going to make it in jail?
I don't know.
Taking bets.
Hey, he's my douche of the week because I can't tell what eye he's looking at me with.
I don't know. To me, he's like white as a fucking ghost. Like, oh my God, what did I do?
Nah, whatever. You only live once.
Well, yeah, and he's 24, so I don't know how close he is to his 25th birthday, but I'm willing to bet you $1 million that he's not going to see it.
That's a possibility.
I mean, they may keep him isolated from general population when in jail, but they can't protect him forever.
True that.
I mean, that was just fucking stupid. I mean, that's our crime boss right there. Or would we want to use the term boss? Like, that is our king. We need to come up with a term for that. That is our king example of stupid people committing crimes.
That is pretty dumb.
Yeah.
That is pretty dumb. All right, so you know what I forgot to do tonight too, Judy?
Follow up?
Say hi to everybody.
Oh, yes. We didn't do the romper, bomper, stomper, boo.
Yeah, so let's do that. Romper room style. Let's say hi to Cy, Uncle Cy, Mitchell Rankin, Frank Urban, Dean Cerny, Mickey Severson, Lee Colvin, Allie Levensheimer, Charles Kilgore, Glenn Estes, Cindy Cerny, Kendra Kent, Michael Peake, Matt King. I know there's more.
Charles Kilgore is here picking on your beard.
I said Charles Kilgore. Fuck him.
I said picking on your beard.
Richard Rogest, Jeffrey Jebby, Marky Berry, David Goyette, Christy Stone, John Bright, Bill Gammon, Donna Rennick, Amanda Melton, Felix Irving, Dan Stilson, Ray Trueblood, Lee Colvin. Hi, everybody. Chad Stoles. It's good to see you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I only see, with all those people that I just said, I only see 29 little likes. So why don't you all go up there right now and give this post a heart. Show us that you love us. Give us a heart on. All right.
So for those of you just tuning in, the reason that we ask you to love our post and not like it is because Facebook is changing their algorithms. And if you don't love our post, you may miss out on our awesome show in the future.
Yep, they're changing shit. they're more concerned with the loves and the smiley faces and everything than they are the other stuff. So Jimbo is here. He said new phone.
New phone, who dis?
That's funny. You know what? Frank has said this more than once tonight, and you know what? I tell you right now, I would do women's panties with the Threatcon 5 grenade on them,
Yes.
but I guarantee you nobody would buy them.
If they were edible, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Can you screen print on edible shit?
I don't.
No, I'll just...
Yeah, you should.
No.
You need to figure
You know what
this
I'll
out.
do? You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I know
What?
what I'll do. I'll embroider onto them. That way, when you're done with the candy, you can have floss.
Oh my god. Take care of your teeth.
Dick's out for Harambe. Dick's out for Harambe. All right, what do you think? Is it time for our top 10?
I believe it is.
All right, so we searched high and far for this top 10 because we asked you all last week to send us wonderful stories of the worst reason you got in trouble or the worst reason you know somebody got in trouble, and not one of you fuckers sent anything. So, being we know we can't count on you, we decided we had to look on for something else. And we were going to do the top 10 reasons men understand women. But we couldn't find any.
We couldn't come up with any reasons.
Couldn't come up with any. So Judy came up with one, and it is the reasons why cookie dough is better than a penis. And they're short, so we're actually going to do more than 10.
Ah, they're short.
We're going to do more than 10. We're going to do the top
15?
28. We'll do all 28.
Okay.
All right?
So, you know, if you guys have been listening for a while, you know that we say that when we talk about our news stories that we scrape the bowels of the internet for our listeners. This is the perfect example of how low we'll go for you people.
Yeah, we'll go low. Some people want to go high. We're going to go low.
Shirley Child, seriously.
Yes, Shirley, I'm glad to see you here.
We're doing this.
Yep. Glad to see you here. I hope you and your husband are doing well. All right, so number 28. It never has an insecurity problem with its size. I ain't got a problem with my size.
Yeah. If you know how to use it, it doesn't matter. Number 27. It's easy to pick up.
Mine's not easy to pick up.
But
But
cookie dough is not easy to pick up.
well, it is if it's still in the package.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. Homemade cookie dough, though. Are
It
we going with store-bought cookie dough here?
Listen. You're putting way too much fucking thought into this. Way too much thought into this. All right? I just got to say, whoa.
Oh, my God.
Whoa. That's 2 drinks, fuckers. Drink up. It isn't very pliable. I don't know about that.
Number 25. You can tell your friends how much you've eaten without sounding like you're bragging.
Look, if you tell your friends how much dick you're getting, it ain't bragging. It just proves you're a slut.
And? I mean, yes, you're right.
Oh, boy. It won't get jealous if you pick up another one.
Now, that is definitely, a plus of cookie
Listen,
dough.
I don't necessarily know if that's true, because if I was touching mine and I then went to go touch another one, I guarantee you it would get jealous and very confused.
We're still talking about cookie dough, right?
All right.
Number 23. It won't wake you up because it's hard.
Who the fuck gets woken up because of a hard penis? I mean, I guess if you roll over and it's bump, but Jesus, I don't know.
Is that like a different version of teabagging? What would we call that?
I don't know. I don't know. Some of these make absolutely no sense. You don't have to change the sheets if you eat it in bed. Why would you have to change the sheets anyway? If you're not swallowing... Moving right along. Moving right along.
Number 21. You won't get arrested if you eat it in public. Now, we don't agree with that either, because if you hide it well enough, you can... Never mind.
All right. So I have to stop our thing here for a minute because
Okay.
Cy just said, Chad, are you still identifying as a cat? So on Sunday morning, me and Kendra are eating breakfast, and Kendra finds this awesome fucking meme for St. Patrick's Day and sends it to Cy.
Mm-hmm.
Cy replies and says, awesome, brother. So she says, did you just assume my identity? And he's LOL. Now, he still thinks it was me. Dude, look at the message. It did not come from me. Kendra sent you the message. That's why he said brother. He thought I sent it.
Nice.
It came from Kendra. Kendra sent you that, not me. The fuck was that?
Sorry, I have an app loaded that I have something for later.
All right.
And it played an ad. So.
Number 20. It's always ready to go.
Listen. If you're a woman and you don't know how to make your man ready to go, something's wrong with you. It doesn't take much, I promise. There you go.
There you go.
19. You can always return it. Satisfaction is guaranteed.
Okay.
Okay, you can return cookie dough. I did not think
Yeah.
Moving right along.
I don't know about that. Hey, I ate half of this cookie dough and I don't like it. I want to return it.
Yeah, it made me sick.
I don't think that works. You always know when to get rid of it.
Now that is the God's honest truth.
I'm pretty sure that women know when to get rid of dick too.
No.
No, they don't. Oh,
I'm still married. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that out loud too soon?
Yeah, but there's a difference in getting rid of dick and getting rid of a dick.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You
See,
got a
that's
point there.
That's where you got confused.
Number 17. It comes chocolate flavored.
Wait a minute. None of them come chocolate flavored.
Penis does if you play your cards right.
I still don't think it comes chocolate flavored.
No, but you know.
I mean, it might be chocolate on the outside, but
yeah.
we're all white on the inside. Anyway, it won't complain if you chew on it. That is absolutely 100% true.
Yeah.
You use teeth, you gotta go.
Kitty. I keep hearing little kitten sneezes from back there. Number 15. You know yours has never been eaten before. We still talking about cookie dough?
Oh, I don't know. Oh boy. Number 14 works both ways.
It does.
You can put it away when you've had enough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's enough for right now.
This next one, I'm not even sure I know how to make sense of this.
Yeah.
You know what the extra weight is from?
Alrighty. Number 12. You can comparison shop. I'm pretty sure you could do that with either two.
You might be listed as a hoe, but
it makes you it makes you a slut, but
you know, you can comparison shop on Pornhub and not be a slut. Just saying. Number 11. It's easier to get the kind you want.
Oh.
Now that I'm not going to argue with because you don't have to go through the complicated dating process to figure out what.
Seriously? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to go. You don't have to date your cookie dough. You just there it is in the grocery store. I think I want that.
You know, that says so much about your dating habits. Wow. If you don't finish it, you can save it for later. Guess what? You can do that with a dick too.
This is true. Remember, we're going to go back to one that we read like 20 bullets ago. Yeah, it's always ready. Either cookie dough or the penis.
Yeah, it's always ready. All right. Number 9.
Number 9. You can make it as large as you want to.
Whoa. What It comes already protectively wrapped. You know what? If you're not wrapping the Jimmy, if you're not putting a Jimmy hat on it, you deserve whatever gonorrhea. And hey, speaking of which, don't ever trust anybody that spells gonorrhea right the first time. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Does that have 2 ends, 1 end? Number 7. See, we don't agree with Threatcon 5 does not agree with this list. You can enjoy it more than once. I can enjoy cookie dough more than once, but you know what? Penis is the same.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. Okay, number 6.
Are you one pump chump?
Number 6. It's quick. It's quick and convenient. Hey, if you're a one pump chump, so are you.
What a perfect segue that was.
Right.
Number 5. It won't complain if you share it with friends. Listen, no penis has ever complained when a girl says, I want you to fuck my girlfriend. None. Ever. If they are, you have a girlfriend.
Number 4. You always want to swallow.
Well, what else are you going to do with it?
Hey, listen, if you don't if you don't always want to swallow the other thing, then you've got serious issues and you probably should remain single.
Number 3. It doesn't mind if you take your anger out on it.
Hold on. If you've never punched a clown, okay? If you've never angrily masturbated, then you don't know what you're missing.
Or beat the bishop. I mean, the bald-headed bishop. That's
what
right.
the fuck? That one ain't right.
Oh my god. Some girls like it rough. Come on.
I don't know who made this list, a guy or a girl. It makes a mess.
Somebody who's never had sex before.
It makes a mess, but it tastes better.
Well,
I'm gonna have to go with I don't know.
That's the good answer we want to hear from you, Bulldog.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
And the number 1 top reason why cookie dough is better than a penis: it's enjoyable, hard, or soft.
Like ice cream.
Just like ice cream.
Just like ice cream. Well, there you go. That was painstakingly hard.
No, that was fun.
No,
good times.
Yeah. Listen, folks.
Oh God, Cy says, is that David Hoag's list?
No, his would be totally made up. There I was at a mosque in New Zealand.
Yeah, in New Zealand.
Yeah, I was in New Zealand. I was at a mosque. All right. So, listen, folks, we need you to help us here. We want to do this. Yeah. Allie Levenshire said, I like my cookie dough like I like my men. Large and first thing in the morning. Oh, that's good.
Girl.
That's good. So send us, please, send us your top... just send us your stories. You know what? If we don't get 10, we'll just read them. We'll read the best stories that we got about the silliest punishments that you've ever seen somebody get. I'll tell you about one of the ones I've seen. Okay? We had a soldier. I was a young E5. I was stationed at Fort Drum, New York. And we had a soldier that was consistently late to formation. So, what's that?
I said, oh, Jesus.
So, the platoon sergeant... took the clock off the wall. Okay? We're talking about the 12-inch clock off the wall and attached freaking rope to both ends and had him wear it around his neck.
Like Flava Flav.
Like Flava Flav. For a week. Everywhere he went.
That's fantastic. I love that.
But you know what? He never was late again after that week.
I bet.
Okay, I've seen guys, and I've done this one. They want to show up late to formation. Hey, you know, you want to make sure that they're never late again? You tell them that they need to be at formation on time and in a certain uniform. Tomorrow morning, 0630, Class A uniform. They show up in Class A uniform. You've got 20 minutes to get into PTs. We'll see you back here.
Yep.
At 09, you need to be in freaking full battle rattle. Be back in 20 minutes in duty uniform. You know, I mean...
You said duty.
Duty. I've seen guys leave their CAC cards out. And we had a fake CAC card that they had to carry around with a hole where the picture would be. And they'd carry around the fake CAC card for a week. The big-ass freaking, 5 feet by 5 feet CAC card. That's what it's about. You know what? So send us your stories and we'll read them. Now, I do know that somebody did send you a story, right, Judy?
Yes.
So do you want to go ahead and read the story?
Well, it wasn't really a story. It was more like a video that was really, really...
risque?
It was risque. It was a person that we know who posts on the show doing some sort of chicken strip dance thing.
Oh, that's why he wouldn't send it to me. Ha ha ha! You sick bastard! You know what? And his name might rhyme with Nikki Meverson. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, and whoever this person was dancing for made it rain. It was awesome. It was so funny.
He says, say it, baby! Vincent Sarno.
Say my name, yatch!
Vincent Sarno is here. All right, so now you guys want to put the fucking stories in there. Michael Peak says, had a guy forget his SKL, all lower enlisted had all sensitive items, 550 corded to their belt loops for a week at JRTC. Fuck, that's standard operating procedure. 550 cord everything to your fucking...
Right?
Yep. All right, what do you think? What are we doing now? What time is it? Well,
it's 8:10. We need a follow-up from 2 stories from last week. You have a follow-up and I have a follow-up.
That's right. I do have a follow-up. So, you guys remember a few weeks ago, we talked about a individual who dipped his junk in some salsa and got in trouble for it.
And he was from Maryville, Tennessee, and the reason I know this is because that place is like 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah, well, he's in the news again. We got a little bit of a follow-up on it. Okay, so here we go. A man charged with dipping his testicles into a customer's salsa apparently thinks the prank is still funny. Howard Matthew Webb. It is pretty fucking hilarious. I mean, I'm with him on that one. A man charged with dipping his Okay, I already read that part. Howard Matthew Webb laughed on Tuesday when he pleaded guilty in Tennessee to a charge of misdemeanor assault offensive touching. The 31-year-old was scolded by Blount County General Sessions Court Judge Robert Hedrick after giggling during his plea. Why are you laughing? What are you laughing about, Mr. Webb? Mr. Hendrick asked, according to the Knoxville Times. There is nothing about this situation I find cute or funny. It's abhorrent. Abhorrent,
yes.
Yeah, whatever. This is what you get when you give an 89-cent tip for an almost 30-minute drive, the driver can be heard saying in a 14-second clip. Oh, it feels good, he can be heard saying. The driver of the delivery company Dinner Delivered has been fired but not charged with the crime. The customer was refunded for their meal after the video went viral on Facebook, leading to the charges. Webb was sentenced to 6 months suspended sentence on probation. He's also required to attend 90 drug and alcohol counseling sessions and pay a $10 fine plus court costs. Pfft, I'd take that shit all day.
Right?
Hey, what'd you get in trouble for? I dipped my nuts in some salsa and somebody ate it. Ha ha!
I think it's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious, too.
I'm just glad I wasn't the person on the receiving end of the salsa.
Well, you know. All right. Moving right along.
So, my follow-up...
Uh-oh, you're frozen. Why are you frozen, Judy?
Oh, noes!
Why are you frozen?
I don't know.
I don't know either, and it's really fucking funny, the face that you make every time you're frozen.
That's great. Kitty, hi. Oh, hey. Somebody wants to come and say hi. Come on, kitten. So, my follow-up is on the dumbass in Arizona who decided that she needed to climb the barrier wall to get a selfie with a jaguar last week. Just in case you missed it, a woman got mauled by a jaguar because she got too close to the fence line trying to take a selfie with the kitty.
I fixed you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, there's conflicting stories because one media outlet will say she leaned over the barrier, another said that she climbed up and over it. So, there's of course, this massive fence that's, it's cemented into the ground. And then there's a 3-foot cement enclosure, 3-foot high cement enclosure that's probably, I would say, at least a foot wide around the whole entire thing. She climbed up on that 3-foot enclosure that is meant, so they have landscaping bushes in it, and it's meant to, 1, look ornamental, but 2, it serves a purpose. It actually is meant to keep people away from the fucking fence so that they don't get pawed at.
Right.
So she climbed this 3-foot wall and stood in the landscaping where the bushes are to get a picture with the cat. And now she wants, she says she admits that she did a foolish thing, but she's suing the zoo because they need to improve their safety measures.
Yeah, good luck for her.
It emerges that this same cat attacked a man last year for doing the same fucking thing. Listen, if you're too fucking stupid to know better than to get that fucking close to the cage of a Black Panther, we can't help you. Laws cannot prevent your stupidity.
Yep, that's true.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Tuffy must know I'm talking about black cats because he's over here playing hard to get, but he keeps coming up on my chair and pawing at me. So the thing is, there is no... they're at the zoo in Arizona is actually following state laws. They have not broken any state or federal standards. But this attorney, some media hungry attorney, is taking up her case.
Oh, of course.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Idiots.
Well, you know, it's funny that you say that because my first story tonight is something similar that an attorney is going to take and, in my opinion, needs to be laughed out of the courtroom.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here's a story that comes from somewhere.
Frank Urban says about the Black Panther story, he says, well, I think this bitch was trying to prove that walls don't work.
Yeah, there you go. Many of us can say that we've waited long enough to get our food cool, long enough to let our food cool down before diving in and suffered a burn because of it. But few can say that they've been airlifted and taken to a burn unit for doing so. Uncle Si sent me this story earlier today. But that was what happened in a reported case for one unfortunate Olive Garden goer from Fort Worth, Texas. Danny Howard, which is a woman, who ordered the restaurant stuffed mushrooms, is suing the chain and seeking anywhere from $200,000 to $1 million in damages. She claims that when she visited August 11, 2017, she had not been properly warned of the dish's temperature. Because, you know, common sense dictates that if you're
this thing just got out of the fucking oven.
Yeah. The piping hot mushroom allegedly got lodged in her throat, which caused her to temporarily stop breathing and resulted in severe burns. I am going to echo Uncle Si's comments on this. Maybe, one, you should wait for your hot food that just came from the kitchen to cool down, and two, maybe you should slow the fuck down and not try to eat an entire fucking mushroom.
In one bite,
yeah.
Stupid ass.
No, she didn't even bite it. She apparently just swallowed the fucking thing whole. If it got lodged in her fucking throat.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
The Star-Telegram says the lawsuit states Howard frantically shuffled through the restaurant in need of help, but was unable to speak. She eventually vomited in a kitchen station. I would have liked to seen this.
Listen, I completely believe that she probably wasn't able to talk, as most choking victims are not able to talk when they're choking.
So is this
That's why they have the international symbol of "I'm choking."
Yeah, was this like a dead Olive Garden? Nobody saw her?
Allie Lovenschreiber says she thought it was cookie dough.
Yeah, right? She eventually vomited in the kitchen station. Later,
I'm sure the kitchen staff really appreciated that.
Later, as she was driving herself to the emergency room, see, things don't add up here. She called 911 because her throat began to close. From Harris Methodist Hospital, she was taken on a care flight to the burn unit of Parkland Hospital in Dallas. Olive Garden has not released a statement regarding the case. But you can
probably because our Olive Garden's lawyers are sitting behind closed doors right now going, listen to this fucking bitch.
Yeah, right?
Look at this stupid shit.
Something ain't right. All right, moving right along.
This one was sent to me last week by listener Lee Colvin. By the way, we want to thank our listeners for making our jobs easier. Oh, this story, the headline, I immediately sent, what the fuck? Stafford County Police say they arrested a woman for public intoxication 2 days in a row. The first time, she was carrying a suitcase stuffed with cats.
Oh, well, it happens.
The first confrontation happened March 8th at Mr. B's Market and Deli on Warrenton Road after police received reports of a suspicious person with cats in her suitcase, because that's completely normal to have cats in your suitcase. When police arrived,
I don't see anything wrong with it.
They found Shauna Holwiger, 43, of King George, was unsteady on her feet, slurring her speech, had bloodshot and glassy eyes. She also smelled like alcohol, according to the police. I know you guys are totally shocked by that. Holwiger told police she was trying to bring a bag of cats to the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. She was taken into custody for public intox and held at Rappahannock Regional Jail until she sobered up. The cats were taken to Stafford County Animal Control. Poor kitties. I hope they're okay. Around 11:20 p.m. the next day, another police officer saw Holwiger walking in the middle of the road, waving her arms around. I'm assuming like a lunatic also goes with that description. This happened near South Gateway Drive and Warrenton Road. Holwiger was arrested for public intox and kept at the Rappahannock Regional Jail again until she sobered up. I want to party with this woman. That sounds like a good time. 2 days in a row?
Hey.
Vincent Sarno says, is that a pussy in their suitcase?
You're going to do it? Go big. All right, so I got lucky and found this story. I don't know when this occurred. It is from a news clipping, but all I have is the news clipping. And I'm not going to read the headline because it's fucking hilarious.
And the headline will always ruin it.
A man from Waterbury, Connecticut faces divorce after his wife found out that he had not actually been deaf and had been faking it for 62 years to avoid having to listen to her.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
According to the divorce papers, 84-year-old Barry Dawson never spoke a single word in front of his 80-year-old wife, Dorothy, during the decades that they lived together. Miss Dawson learned the sign language to be able to learn sign language in order to be able to communicate with him, but says he was still not very communicative. It took me 2 years to learn how to communicate with my hands, but as soon as I got good at it, he began having problems with his sight. Now that I think about it, he probably faked that too. The couple raised 6 children and has 13 grandchildren, all of whom also were convinced Mr. Dawson was deaf.
Oh my God.
This guy will live in infamy.
I said troll level the boss.
That guy is a fucking king.
Oh my god.
I want to meet this guy. I want to meet this guy, seriously. 62 years. He played deaf and blind, apparently.
How do you pull that off?
I don't know, but he did it. I get a fucking major fucking kudos to that dude.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, moving right along.
Speaking of relationships, I saw this. I think one of my coworkers sent this to me. It's just absolutely unbelievable and awesome at the same time. A woman was rushed to the hospital after suffering a stroke while receiving oral sex from her partner.
Oh, awesome.
The 44-year-old of West London passed out as she was nearing orgasm, and scans later revealed a blood vessel had burst inside of her skull. Despite only suffering a moderate headache when she came around after 3 minutes of unconsciousness, she was taken to A&E in an ambulance. Medics didn't directly explain what caused the stroke, but said changes in blood pressure during sex are well described as a cause of bursting blood vessels. The unnamed woman was treated at a West Middlesex University Hospital in Isleworth in the London borough of Hounslow. Her partner, whose sex is unknown, said they noticed her body was stiff when they were performing oral sex on her. Oh, the jokes.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
exactly. What? Well, it's better than having soft cookie dough.
It was that cookie dough tongue, says Sai.
Doctors recording the woman's case wrote in the medical journal BMJ case reports on closer history taking. The patient reported nearing orgasm while receiving oral sex from her partner before losing consciousness. They added she had been otherwise well preceding the event. Well, of course she did. She was getting oral sex.
Hey, you know what? Good for that guy, too. I want to meet that guy, too.
So do I.
I want to meet the guy that can pretend to be fucking deaf for 62 years and the guy that can fucking,
Like someone into a coma.
Nearly kill him.
I want to meet that guy, too.
Frank Urban says, necrophilia much?
I wonder if he's single now.
I say, golf clap to that guy.
A golf clap to that guy?
Golf clap.
This is where that shopping around would be completely acceptable.
Are you getting bad weather?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, because, yeah, you're clicking a lot and stuff, but...
That's really fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is wicked fucking annoying.
When she arrived at the A&E, the woman had normal vital signs and was fully awake and responsive. She said she felt sick but did not vomit. And she had a headache at the front of her head, which she rated 6 out of 10 on a pain scale. Medics initially thought she suffered a seizure, but CT scans revealed there was blood between her skull and her brain, showing she actually had a stroke. They diagnosed a subarachnoid hemorrhage, an uncommon type of bleeding on the brain, but it was only small in size. I'm wondering if that's what he said.
Nope. He licked his eyebrows and stood tall.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. This guy should wear this story with a badge of honor, with pride.
The sad part is we're assuming it was a guy. You
got a point there, because even the article says that they're not sure. Older studies with arterial monitoring during coitus.
Oh!
People actually get this done?
What?
People have gotten arterial monitoring during coitus. So they're getting oral sex and having their body stats measured.
Would they want to die? I mean, what are you gonna? I mean,
it depends on how good the sex is.
You lay in there and you're like, yeah. Beep 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 beep.
I like her to death.
I should have been paying attention to my monitor.
Oh my god, I can't even anymore. I'm so done.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right,
There's
so
person sing.
what's that?
Is the giver single now? Is that what we're going with this?
I don't know. It's like that's not.
Jim By says it's ma'am.
Oh, that's too funny. Terrell Gould says, "Wait, I got to put on my Fitbit before we do it."
Yeah.
All
If
right,
my heart rate gets too high, we got to stop. No, that's the whole point.
right? All right. The next story brings us to Baltimore County, Maryland. Apparently, not all unicorns are the embodiment of purity and grace. This story was sent to me by Dean Cerny.
Yes.
Baltimore County Police say a person dressed in a unicorn costume and wielding a crowbar tried to rob a convenience store Saturday morning in the Baldwin community. Officers arrived just after the High's store opening time of 5 a.m. to respond to the robbery call. Police say the suspect had fled in a silver car. They located what appeared to be the same car after it had wrecked. No other cars were involved in the wreck. Police say 2 people involved in the crash were taken to the hospital, and detectives are working to determine what their involvement was in the robbery. No charges have yet to be filed, and they're not sure if any money or merchandise was taken. But after searching high and low, I finally found a picture of the individual that is guilty. If you would check this out, if anybody knows who this individual is, please contact the Baltimore County, Maryland Police Department, Sheriff's Office, and let them know where they can find this man. Yep.
What does that guy looks familiar?
He does look familiar. I don't know from where, but he definitely looks familiar.
Wow.
I know
That guy looks. I think I know that guy.
I know it's unspeakable.
It's uncanny, the resemblance, isn't it?
Right? I don't know, but it definitely looks like somebody I know.
Glenn Estes says it wasn't me. I don't know. This picture we have says something completely different.
I don't know. It looks like somebody I know. I don't know who. All right. So anyway, I've left it up there long enough. But guys, I'm telling you, if you know who this is, call the Baltimore County Sheriff's Department and report this individual.
Ooh, good times.
Oh, there we go. And moving right along.
Moving right along.
Oh, Jesus, that's too funny. I love you, Glenn. I love you. He said, "It ain't me, bitches. It certainly looks like you."
That is you. Even the veteran hat. Oh, okay. So, moving right along.
I just laughed so hard I hurt my nose. Oh, I hurt my piercing.
Your new piercing?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Shit, that's fantastic.
Hey, Glenn. He says he's suing. What are you gonna sue for? For what? You can't believe.
T-shirt?
Yeah. What are you gonna get? A T-shirt?
Oh, shit.
Glenn, I love you to death, brother. I wish we still had
an outfit.
I wish we had the phone line up, because I know he'd be calling right now. You motherfuckers! You son of a bitches!
You motherfuckers!
Ah!
Oh, it cracks me up. So, this is fantastic. The jokes are in the story. A T-shirt launch is as American as power tools and apple pie.
Oh shit.
Even though the T-shirts are worth like $2.50 and only come in one universal size, the sight of a mascot with a T-shirt gun always gets the crowd on their feet and waving their arms like they're about to get $1 million.
Oh shit.
Except in this ingenious move from our savvy criminal, rather than shooting off cheap T-shirts, this woman decided to launch a package containing cell phones, earbuds, digital scales, pot, tobacco, and meth.
Holy fuck!
This crowd had to have been going bananas. Hallelujah! It's raining meth.
That's messed up.
That is messed up.
That totally messed up.
While I do get the premise of her idea to launch the materials for a drug dealer to operate inside a prison.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm left with a couple questions. The first
Whoa!
being,
Whoa! So she's outside the prison launching this shit over the wall?
Use a fucking t-shirt launcher.
Do you know, if she lived by the Democrat rule, there would be no walls, and she could just carry that shit over. Yep. All right.
Oh, the first question, was this really their golden idea? I mean, I've never been to prison, but from my understanding, you have a lot of time on your hands. And I'm sure that you use damn near every waking second thinking about how the hell to get out of there or how to get what you want into there. And we've seen some great ideas originate in those prison cells. We saw Andy Dufresne crawl through 500 yards of shit and come out on the other side. So to think that this woman just got released from prison in January and this was her first move, well, I just can't believe this is the best they could come up with. My second question is, was this woman working as part of a bigger plan, or was she just being a nice person? There are two ways this could have originated. First, she could have agreed to help her friends or business partners in the prison to get some drugs and upgrade their equipment when she got out. This is obviously the most likely answer. But second, she could just be doing a nice deed for those that looked after her while she was in the pen. Sort of like how Miranda Tate went back to that prison in Dark Knight Rises to save Bane.
Jesus Christ.
They went over her. I told you this article is the joke. These are great. They watched over her, and now she's there to help them, giving back to the community that raised her. That would be great, as it would show all of these negative Nancys in this world that there are still good people out there. Never too big time to remember the little people. And it would be great for her reputation in prison, too. Seeing as how now she's going back.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what?
I just got to tell Vincent Sarno that Threatcon 5 Clothing has size 2X shirts. Just saying.
Oh, sweet. Yes. Yes, we do.
Just saying. Yep. He said that he would beat up a kid to get a freaking shirt from one of those things.
Sweet. Go beat up a kid. We got one.
Alrighty.
Terrell Gould calls it the meth cannon.
Now, as you can imagine, I got a story that comes from Des Moines, where I might have got this story from.
Oh, Jesus.
Uncle Si, a man is headed to jail Friday after allegedly assaulting 2 Des Moines police officers. According to detectives, they got a call around 7:38 a.m. to a report of a naked man on an apartment building roof in the 3200 block of 30th Street. Before officers got there, police said the person came down from the roof and then stole an SUV from the parking lot. Witnesses reported that the suspect appeared to be on drugs. No way! And was barking like a dog.
Nice! That sounds like a good time.
At approximately 7:57 a.m., while officers were searching for the allegedly stolen SUV, the Des Moines Police Department Communications Center received calls reporting that a person matching the suspect's description from 30th Street was now at an apartment complex in the 5200 block of Towan Drive, confronting residents and barking like a dog. How did they describe him that they were able to say that it was the same exact guy? He fit the description. Wait a minute. How does he fit the description? Oh, he's also naked and barking like a dog. Oh, yep, you're right. He's definitely fitting the description. The suspect, later identified as 29-year-old Des Moines resident Diamond Dolo. Yeah, I didn't name him. Allegedly assaulted officers attempting to steal a police vehicle and then led police officers on a foot chase through the neighborhood before being taken into custody at approximately 8:14 a.m. in the 5000 block of Twanan Drive. During this incident, officers deployed a taser on Dolo with no effect. During the foot pursuit, Dolo climbed multiple fences and on a residential roof in the neighborhood. Hey, you know what? Here's my question. Here's a naked dude that outran the police. Fucking, hey,
there
listen,
it is, bam.
His fucking cookie dough was smacking on his leg. You know, it didn't bother him at all. 2 police officers were injured attempting to take Dolo into custody. A 15-year veteran senior police officer and a 31-year veteran senior police officer are both currently being treated at local hospitals for minor injuries. Dolo is being treated at a local hospital for minor injuries and has been released. Dolo did make statements that he had been using illegal narcotics prior to the incident. No way. Dolo will be charged with assault on a police officer, causing injury, and theft first degree. Both 2 counts each. Wow. He was climbing fences naked. He was running naked, and these police officers couldn't catch him.
Was he some sort of athlete or track star? Football player? Running back?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'd love to read this headline because the headline says it all. So this story hails from Erie, Pennsylvania. A city man is accused of stealing items from a West 29th Street residence on Monday morning. Erie police say sled tracks left in the snow led officers to items stolen in a burglary at a West Side residence on Monday morning and to a suspect in the crime. Matthew McClure, 28, is accused of breaking into a garage at a residence on the 2000 block of West 29th, stealing various items, including tools and hunting gear, according to city police detectives, and information in McClure's criminal complaint. Investigators charged that McClure also stole a sled from the garage and used it to transport the stolen items. In the fucking snow.
Yeah. Hey.
That left tracks.
Hey. These are dumb criminals.
To his own residence. Police officers who responded to the West 29th Street residence after the burglary was reported shortly before 7:30 a.m. on Monday were able to follow tracks made by the sled to a residence on Hampton Road, less than 2 blocks away, where the officers found the burglary victim's items inside a garage and inside a residence by the front door. Those aren't my pants! McClure was taken into police custody from the Hampton Road residence shortly after 9 a.m. He was arraigned Monday on charges including felony counts of burglary, criminal trespass, theft, and receiving stolen property, and Threatcon 5 radio's charges of chronic stupidity. McClure was in the Erie County Prison on Tuesday on $25,000 bond on the charges in the burglary and a parole violation because, you know, they never repeat crimes, ever. Authorities said he is under investigation in another recent burglary in the Erie area. Oh, let me guess. He stole another sled from a house and dragged it to his. What a... He didn't even try to cover his tracks.
Unbelievable.
Damn you, dumb.
You don't do this kind of shit in the snow. It'll get you caught every time. Remember a couple years... yeah, I think it was probably about a couple years ago, we did a story about a guy that was robbing cars in the snow, and the police followed his footprints from car to car.
Yes.
Yep. And found him in one of them trying to take stuff. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. Let's continue on to Ambler, Pennsylvania, where police say a 20-year-old intoxicated man got in a school bus hoping to be dropped off closer to his home, but instead rode to a suburban Philadelphia high school and went inside. Lower Gwynedd police said a student reported an unknown man at 7:25 a.m. Friday. The man was dropped off and entered Wissahickon Senior High School.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you. About 10 minutes later, he was confronted by school resource officers and administrators. The man ran outside but was apprehended following a brief foot chase. He must have had too many clothes on. Otherwise, he'd have been able to run his ass off.
Right?
Dominic Herder.
With his cookie dough flapping in the wind.
Right? Dominic Herder faces trespassing and public drunkenness charges. He's being arraigned Friday. Police did not have an attorney information on him. Lieutenant Michael Gargan said the man looked like a student, so the driver didn't question him. However, the school is discussing additional safety measures. Well, how fucking grand of them. Hey, at least he wasn't driving the bus.
Yeah, you know, like our school teacher last week.
Yeah.
This one comes from the Military Times.
Oh, nice.
And it involves
Marines?
a man. No, actually. It
Navy?
involves a man from our favorite state, and it'll make sense in a second.
Florida! He's from the Coast Guard. Oh.
No. Transportation Security Administration officers at Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley International Airport received an unusual surprise Monday when luggage belonging to a man flying home to Florida set off an alarm as it went through checked bag security. Further inspection by TSA officers of the offending baggage. Now we're getting offended by baggage.
Oh, my God.
That's it. That's bags offend me. So, the inspection revealed a disassembled rocket-propelled grenade, a familiar adversarial weapon encountered by many veterans of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
I had that story, too.
The St. Augustine, Florida man was subsequently taken into confined inspection area. Someone shoved their cookie dough in his hoo-hoo, where he told airport security he was under the impression he could bring the checked RPG on the plane.
And in what parallel universe?
I love the way this story's written. It literally says, because Florida man.
Oh, fuck. Vincent Sarno said his girlfriend is yelling, Florida!
Personal items such as deodorant, hairspray, nail polish, perfume, and certain medicines are permitted in baggage in limited quantities.
Yes.
United Airlines baggage policy states.
RPGs are not.
For some inexplicable reason, RPGs were left off the list of permitted items, but when has anything illegal ever deterred the one they called Florida man?
You know what? I'm going to say something. The next time I go to fly somewhere and they give me a hard time about the coffee I just bought outside of the fucking gate,
yes,
I'm going to be like, look it, you fuckers almost let a guy with an RPG go.
Yeah.
I'm going to win. I'm going to keep my coffee.
You wouldn't think that, you know, those list of prohibited items that has explosives on there?
Yeah.
Would you
do you have anything in your baggage that could be conceived as dangerous? Nope, 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 nothing, nothing at all. Nope.
Explosive?
No, 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 nope. Oh, boy. Police in California arrested a man who tried to light a family's door on fire after he thought he saw a ghost. The family was sleeping when 38-year-old Kwan Pham, who lives across the street, went up to the door, poured 2 gallons of diesel fuel on the door before trying to set it on fire. What an idiot.
Yeah.
If you're gonna try to start a fire, don't use diesel. All right. There was a woman and 2 children sleeping at the time, and they did not realize anything was wrong until a few hours later when they reviewed the video footage from their doorbell camera. They immediately recognized the man and called the police. They told the police officer it was not the first incident they've had with Pham, who has a history of drug use and mental illness. You don't say. A few days earlier, he rang the doorbell numerous times while pacing back and forth. Pham was arrested and is facing charges of arson. Well, can you really charge him with arson if he didn't actually light the fire?
Yeah, wouldn't it be attempted?
Yeah, it'd be attempted and attempted murder. Wow. I think they're stretching on this one. He told authorities that he did not have anything against the family. He just wanted to apologize for his actions. They arrested him, the homeowner told Fox 40. He said they didn't have anything against us, that he thought he saw a ghost in our house, and to me, that's just even scarier. I know, right? I don't want my house to be haunted. And I'm glad that the guy across the street was caring enough for me to try to burn those ghosts out. It doesn't say that. Moving right along.
Moving right along. Bulldog.
Moving right along. Julie.
Bulldog, are you sick of the snow in the winter?
Yes, Julie.
Yes. Well, a Michigan man got sick of the snow as well. You have the story?
No.
A Keweenaw report says
I just have a feeling I know where this is going.
A Keweenaw report, that's the name of a city apparently. It's not what somebody named their penis. Says a 37-year-old Hancock man is facing charges in an incident that happened earlier Tuesday morning in Hancock, just northwest of Houghton in the Upper Peninsula. Officers were called to the 1200 block of Ingot Street for a report of numerous gunshots.
Oh, shit. Numerous ones?
Officers found the man standing outside his vehicle, which was stuck in a snowbank. Officers said, oh, the man was drunk and he was arrested. They also discovered bullet casings on the ground where shots had been fired into the snowbank.
Oh, boy.
A gun was found in the vehicle.
Alrighty. I got nothing.
I got nothing. I mean, seriously, the jokes are in the fucking story right there. The headline is what caught me. Drunken Michigan man arrested for shooting at snowbank where car was stuck. I was like, that's going on T5.
Hey.
Go Big Blue.
That's it. Fuck it.
Moving right along.
Noblesville, Indiana. A cow temporarily halted traffic in a town just north of Indianapolis on Saturday, running away from police to the nearest safe spot. Apparently, this cow watches commercials. He had nothing to worry about at Chick-fil-A. According to the Noblesville Police Department, officers were chasing a runaway cow. I love how a runaway cow.
A runaway cow.
Across Campus Parkway before it crossed the street and waited by the fast food restaurant. Indiana resident Athena Hopkins caught the wild cow crossing the street on video, which quickly became viral when she posted it to her Facebook page.
Of course.
So this just happened, Hopkins explained in her caption on Facebook. That's a smart fucking cow. He seeked refuge at a chicken place. Hey, moving right along.
Moving right along.
Moving right along.
Bulldog.
Julie.
Have you... God damn it. Bob, damn it. Have you ever been dissatisfied with your food at a fast food restaurant?
I try not to eat at fast food restaurants, but yes. Yes.
And have you ever... And normally, would you remedy the situation by maybe going to the customer service counter and asking for a replacement?
Sure.
Well, this gentleman decided to maybe thought he was at Burger King, I guess.
And he could have it his way?
Cops.
Oh.
Yes.
And he wanted it his way. Yep. Gotcha.
South Carolina cops are looking for a man who went into the kitchen of a Spartanburg Taco Bell.
Oh, shit.
And made his own Mexican pizza after rejecting the two employees that had baked it. Rejecting the two that employees had baked for him.
Nice. Good for him.
The wanted man claimed the rejected pies didn't have enough meat on them, according to the police records published by the Smoking Gun.
Did he say, where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
The alleged perp ordered his food at the drive-thru, but came into the eatery to demand a refund after being dissatisfied with the Taco Bell worker's second attempt to make his pizza. Store employees told the man there was no one on the premises authorized to give him his money back. According to the report, the enraged man said he would show employees how to make his food the appropriate way and proceeded to do just that. You know, maybe these kids needed to be corrected.
Yeah.
However, he didn't follow any company protocol. The suspect did not follow proper health and safety guidelines in the fact that he did not wear protective gloves while making his food.
So wait a minute. If he had done all this, it would have been okay?
Apparently, the way this story's worded, it sure makes it sound like that, doesn't it?
All right, so that's what I'm going to do the next time I go to a fast food restaurant.
Yep.
Excuse me, can I have some gloves? Yeah, why? Because I'm about to fucking cook.
Make sure your beard is like tied up or something because you can't have loose hair.
Right,
when you're
right,
behind.
right.
Yeah, when
right,
you're in the
right,
kitchen.
Right, right. Yep, absolutely.
The suspect subsequently left the store and the premises after making his own dinner and probably enjoying the fuck out of it as well. The man left the eatery and joined a female friend who was waiting outside in a new model Dodge Challenger. Since the alleged perp only touched the food he used to make his pizza, police and store employees concluded there was no forensic evidence to examine. The man could be charged with misdemeanor counts of trespass and larceny.
Hey!
He already paid for his food.
How can he be? How did he trespass? He was a purchasing customer of the restaurant.
What did he steal? He already paid for his food and he wasn't happy with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, hey, listen. I got to tell you a story. This is not one of my news stories. So I had a little run-in Saturday night.
Whoopsie.
So Kendra.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Sarah, James, the kids. Okay. My daughter Avery and Zach, and my son Zachary, and Sarah's boyfriend Pat all went to go to see Captain Marvel. Okay. Well, I had bought the tickets the day before. All right, and we go to the movie theater. I have to pick them up at the window. So I walk up to the window, and the young man that was working there was apparently flustered from the person that was there before him, before me, because he was already like fucking out of it. So I said to him, I said, "Hey, I'm here to pick up tickets." He said, "Well, if you already have tickets, you can go in." I said, "No, I'm here to pick them up," and I handed him my driver's license. He tried to swipe my driver's license like a credit card. So now I'm already looking at this kid like he's a fucking idiot. He's literally licking the fucking snot coming out of his fucking nose.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The kid is completely flustered. He's like, "How do you spell your name?" I'm like, "It's right there on my driver's license." He's like, "Well, how do you spell it?" So I told him, Kozdra. He's like, "Can you spell it again?" I'm like, "Dude, it's right there on my driver's license." And he's got the driver's license backwards. I said, "It's on the front." Now he goes, "Well, I don't drive, so I don't have a driver's license." Here comes the dumb bitch behind me in fucking line. "You're being rude. He is a kid. He's just doing his job." So I turned around and I said, "Excuse me? Doing his job? He should not read a fucking driver's license. Does he or does he not have to fucking know whether or not somebody is old enough to get into some R-rated movies?"
Yes, absolutely.
So would he not have to have understanding of what the ID is supposed to look like?
Dean Cerny disagrees with your statement. Your last name is Kustra.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But seriously, okay? So the woman wants to run her mouth. I'm like, "Excuse me? How am I being rude?" And she runs her mouth again, and I quickly said to her, I said, "Let me make something clear to you." I said, "You are everything that is wrong with this fucking country." And she said, "Enjoy your movie." I said, "Go to hell." I wanted to say to her man that was next to her, "Hey, put your woman in check." But
right?
I didn't. I didn't, because it was very clear he couldn't. But I'm telling you, I'm like, seriously.
McNugget, was he shorter than you?
Dave. Okay, so David Schecker is in the chat right now. This is one of my former NCOs. He worked for me, but you know, we all worked together really. But
so you guys didn't do anything?
No, he was. Shut the fuck up. I was the platoon's. I was the platoon sergeant. He was the class 3 NCO. Okay. So you know, we've just recently reconnected again. We haven't talked in a while. Great guy. Hi Dave. Hi. I hope I hope you and Teresa and the little one are doing well. Well, hell, she can't be little anymore. Yeah.
So I wanted to know if during your incident.
No, I wasn't. I was not wearing my hat. I wish I was. But so anyway, yeah. Seriously, you know, the so he said. So Schecker said, "I've been called worse," and I absolutely have. And I'm not even. I don't even care.
I know. I've heard some of it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. But yeah. So seriously, I could not believe this fucking woman was like, "You're being rude." How this is the problem we have in this country right now. We're protecting people that aren't doing their job properly. So I go inside and I go to the customer service desk. And this is what brought it up, you asking the question. So I go up to the desk and I said to the woman, I said, "Hey, you know, the kid you got working out there needs to learn how to do his job." Do you know what she said to me? Oh, he just gets flustered when it gets busy. I'm like, that's real good fucking customer service. You just gave an excuse rather than, okay, we'll handle it,
we'll handle it.
Or we'll take care of it.
To my attention.
Unfucking believable. This is, you know, our world is going to shit in a handbasket, and people are protecting the people that are fucking pulling the goddamn.
And he's licking the snot from his nose.
Oh yeah,
Jimbo says he's building his immune system.
Oh, Kendra was disgusted. Kendra was disgusted. I mean, literally, the kid was like,
"No, we're done. We're done talking about that." No, shut up. Shut the fuck up. So fucking gross.
Yeah, see, Shecker said that his little one's in college. I was going to say, Jesus, I think, if I remember correctly, she was 12 or 13 when I was there last in 2012. So, fuck, yeah, she's in college now. That's awesome. All right, so anyway, Judy, that pretty much brings us to the end of the show.
It does.
Here we are, closing up another Taco Tuesday evening here on Threatcon 5 Radio. I've put the links in the chat. Please go over to beardbqsauce.com. Get your rubs, get your barbecue sauce. Know that, seriously, Felix Irving puts a lot of work into this, and you will not be disappointed. Go over to venomousfirearms.com. Check out the numerous firearms they have, as well as the Galka's American Badass, Taste of Freedom, or any other of the coffee that they have there on the site. It's great stuff. Also, check out ThreatCon5clothing.com. Use coupon code NEW if you've never ordered from Threatcon 5, and you'll save yourself 20%. If you are a returning customer, use coupon Judy2019, and you will save yourself 10%. Or you can use DR2019, MR 2019, CS 2019, MM 2019, or Grenade.
Or Judy 2019.
But you know what? All of these are veteran small, or I should say, are all small veteran-owned and operated businesses. They all rely on, you know,
our purchases,
our social networking, and our word of mouth. So please check them out. You will not be disappointed in any of the businesses that we've discussed here. Our sponsors, Beard BQ Sauce, Venomous Firearms, and of course Threatcon 5 Clothing. Judy, got anything you want to close out with?
Love you all, and I got to tell you, I've seen some impressive work of you guys taking care of each other in the when we have veterans in need. Keep an eye on your brothers and sisters, and don't assume that they're going to reach out. You go after them if you see someone struggling. I've seen a lot of examples of that in the last couple weeks, and I'm proud of you fuckers for doing that. That's really cool.
Right on. Absolutely. All right, well, I'm Bulldog. That right there is Judy. This is Threatcon 5 Radio. We'll see you next Taco Tuesday evening. Good night, everybody.
This concludes our broadcast day.